Hi, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully, everybody's having a fantastic day, or should I say, fantastic night. Before we get started, hi, my name is Teresa, and I welcome you all to my channel. If you're new here and you like unboxings, you like getting ready with me with some scary ghost stories, even do makeup try-ons on here. I do animal nature clips, I do tongue twister Thursday, I do fun fact Friday, I do a walk in history, I do Monday Mass Ladies collab. Sometimes I do giveaways on this channel, and guys, I do more. I do random more than just beauty on this channel. Now, if you're interested in all the content that I just said, then please reconsider hitting the subscribe button down here on the bottom. When you hit the subscribe button, there'll be a bell. And when you hit the bell, you'll be notified of when I upload my new video. So today, guys, is Get Ready With Me and some scary ghost stories. Woohoo, yes. Alright, guys. So this is my third attempt. For the past couple Saturdays, I've tried to do a premiere with you guys on the Get Ready With Me's, and for some reason my videos weren't uploading right. So I'm hoping this one will upload, and I'm going to be reading the same scary story that I've that I've read twice, and it's just driving me crazy, so hopefully you guys understand. But I am back. I am. So, today's palette that I'm going to use is the Queen Eloise palette right here. And I actually got this from Miss Johanna. Johanna is such a beautiful, wonderful, beautiful soul. Love her channel. But I did get this from her. And I'm going to try to do a fall look with these colors. And as you could tell, I've used this palette before with these beautiful colors, and I'm gonna see what I can do with these colors. So I'm quite excited about to use this palette again. Also, I'm using a primer. I've been using the eye primer for a while. It's the Beauty Crop Stuck On You, and all it is just a cream colored color in there. And if you're new here, I have been reading this West Virginia Ghost Stories, Legends, and Haunts book. This is what it looks like. And I am almost done with this book. And guys, I finally got my Georgia ghost story book. And I can't wait to read you some stories out of there. So let's go ahead and get started. I do apologize. I have a new camera phone, and have to be looking over here instead of over here, so I gotta kind of get used to it. So I'm sorry if you see me kind of drifting over this way. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to do the primer on the eyes first, and I just put a little bit on my finger like that, and then I just put it all over my eyelid. And I have a mirror here, and I have you guys here, so if you see me looking down over here, I have a mirror down here too. So I'm just gonna prime my eyes. So how was everybody's Saturday? I hope you had a great Saturday. Colder weather is coming our way. Fall time is here. I believe summer has disappeared. So I went ahead and primed my eyes a little bit. I didn't put a lot on because I'm really not going anywhere. But I like to add that little touch to it. So I like to start off with a base of my eye, just all over, actually all over the eye. And I'm going to be using this fluffy brush right here. And the color that I'm going to do is called Sheba. This color right here. So I'm just going to do that all over my eye. Just like that. I absolutely love this palette. I've used it like 3 or 4 times already, and it's just got beautiful colors in it, and I'm so happy to be using it again. This does not look even. As you can tell, I got a little kitten attacking me. He's our little black kitty. Alright, so I'm going to do the crease in my eye with this brush right here. And what color am I going to do in the crease of my eye? I think these look more like Halloween colors, so let's kind of like do some purple. So let's do this Majesty right here, and I'm just going to put that right here in the crease of my eye right here. So go ahead. I'm using the wrong brush. Wrong brush. It's this brush. And I'm just going to put that right here in the crease of my eye. Just like that, if you can see it. Just in the crease. Sorry, my kitten is driving me crazy. Keeps attacking my shirt. His name's Sprocket, and he's just ornery little thing, but I love him. Alright, just like that. Can you tell? See it? I hope you can. So let's go ahead and get started on this story, which this story is quite long, and then we'll finish up my eye look. It's a really sad story. I've read it twice, and it's just every time I read it, it still gets to me. So, the story that I am on is called The Secret Life of Mammy Thurman. And here is the road I'm going to show you in a picture of Mammy Thurman and some guy named Harry Robertson. So here is that road. And then here's Mammy. And then over here is this guy right here. Alright. It says, Garland Davis, a 32-year-old deaf mute, was picking berries near the top of Trace Mountain near his brother's home, where he resided, when he stumbled across the grisly sight, the body of a young woman mutilated and huddled in a ditch. It was 2:00 p.m. Wednesday, June 22nd, 1932, a damp day with dew still clinging to the briars and scrubby berry leaflets on the mountainside following early morning rain. The dark-haired woman's body was tucked into the bush approximately 15 feet from 22 Mine Road, named such as it began at the base of Trace Mountain and ran to the number 22 mines of the Island Creek Coal Company. The coal company was not in operation at the time, and the area was isolated. It was the perfect place for berry picking. It was also the ideal place to dump a dead body. The state police were at the scene within an hour and identified the body as 31-year-old Mammy Thurman, a local housewife and the wife of Logan City policeman, 48-year-old Jack Thurman. Jack had worked as a municipal employee for just over a year. Mammy was well known in the small community of Logan. She had left her job at the local bank recently to become a full-time housewife. She was taking a summer course at a local college, West Virginia Wesleyan College. Mammy was also an active churchgoer at Nightbert Memorial in downtown Logan and a member of the Logan's Women's Club. The couple rented a two-room apartment over a garage located in 42-year-old Harry Robertson's backyard. Robertson was a stereotypical version of a business geek with thick glasses, greasy hair, and a starched suit, the bookkeeper at the National Bank of Logan, and a prominent figure in the city. He was also an avid sportsman. Mammy had also worked alongside Harry Robertson at the National Bank and golfed regularly with Robertson's wife, Louise. The authorities accessed the scene. Mammy was wearing a blue cotton dress with white polka dots. The dye of her dress had faded onto her undergarments, suggested she had been lying on the patch of land during the heavy thunderstorm occurring just a few hours earlier. 2 doctors confirmed that she had been dead for approximately 12 hours. The theory was that someone had murdered Mammy Thurman elsewhere, and her body was disposed of on the hillside sometime during Wednesday morning at a remote dump site known to locals. She was wearing one shoe, and searchers could not find the other. Those in the scene had Mammy's bodies transported to the funeral home for autopsy. The Justice of Peace and Acting Coroner L.V. Hatfields stated on the death certificate, manner of injury, pistol shot and knife, nature of injury 2, bullet fired in brain and throat cut. It was an understatement. It was an understatement. The autopsy report specified her throat was slashed. The cut on her throat has severed the tracheojugular vein and serratoid artery. There were 2 .38 caliber pistol bullet holes on the left side of her head that had passed entirely through her skull. One came in behind her left ear and exited above the right. The second penetrated above the left and emerged at the top, rear of her head. The police did not find either bullet. Mammy's neck was broken. She had bruises over her right eye and gunpowder burns on her face. Police discovered a kitchen knife 100 feet from her body wet with blood, and her head about 30 feet away. Away. R.B. Harris, the local undertaker, could not pinpoint if she had been stabbed or shot first. Nothing at the scene suggested robbery was the motive. Her pocketbook was near her body and contained $8 in cash, loose change, and cigarettes wrapped in paper. She was wearing a wristwatch, a gold diamond ring, and an engagement ring. The police began questioning neighbors and friends. Quickly, several names came up leading to the 2 suspects, that of Harry Robertson, then the handyman who boarded in the attic of Robertson's home, 29-year-old Clarence Stevenson. State police searched Robertson's house during the funeral, and as the whispers were circling the town, they found a depression on the basement wall that was suspect of a bullet hole, bloodstains on both the carpet and a razor, and blood on a seat and window of the Ford sedan Robertson owned. Harry Robertson, the couple's landlord, and his black handyman chauffeur hunting chum, Clarence Stevenson, was accused of the murder. Robertson readily admitted to having an affair with Mammy for nearly 2 years. Clarence Stevenson arranged the meetings, feeding hunting trips with Harry Robertson, then dropped his accomplice off at a certain devious point to meet Mammy. The grand jury never indicted Harry Robertson. Stevenson continually stated he was innocent, and witnesses could account for his whereabouts during the time of the murder. Even when the man was taken up to 22 Mine Road and threatened to be given over to the KKK if he did not confess, still Stevenson was indicted and stood trial for the death of Mammy Thurman. He was found guilty for the death of Mammy Thurman. He was found guilty and sent to the Moundsville prison on August 22nd, 1934, and eventually died at Hudsonville Prison in April 1942. And Mammy's ghost haunts the mountain roads where her murderer dumped her corpse. She is seen at the top of the mountain, walking along the roadway, crashing into the woods, and footsteps are often heard by those driving near the top of the hill. Some witnesses report screams followed by gunshots. Along the old road, coal truckers have stopped to pick up a dark-haired woman in a cotton dress and provided her a ride, only to find her seat vacant at the bottom of the mountain. Even on the 4-lane highway, US 119, drivers have reported a woman wearing a white dress ambling along the roadway near the 22 Mine Road sign. And this is a picture of Clarence Stevenson. Many believe Mammy is looking for the person who actually murdered her because the one sent to prison was not her killer. She will not rest until courts bring her real murderer to justice. But that is not all. Legends in the area recall that vehicles parked at the bottom of 22 Mine Road and placed in neutral will roll uphill. It is Mammy's ghostly hands pushing the vehicle. More than a few have witnessed the event. They divulged to me that if you put baby powder on the bumper of your car, you will have proof her delicate handprints will be left in the powdery residue. So will your car move? Yes. After a couple locals swore to me that it would work, I tried it several times at the stop sign at the bottom of 22 Mine Road. I placed my Jeep in neutral with someone watching for traffic coming along the twisted turn of 22 Mine Road because vehicles do come down the incline. And the Jeep backed up a minimum of 10 or 12 feet on its own. It is an optical illusion, a Mystery Hill phenomenon made by the layout or of the land. Maybe, but I still like to think it is a ghost. And this is a picture of his Jeep. He says, "Me and my Jeep actually trying out the legend. I had helpers watching for traffic, and yes, the vehicle moved." And it's a picture of his Jeep here. And that was the end of that story. What you guys think of that story? That story was really, really sad and spooky, and I kind of want to go there and see if I could put my car in neutral and see if she'd push my car. That'd be pretty cool to see. And then you see little handprints on her little delicate handprints on the powdery substance. You know what I mean. Residue. But yeah, that's a pretty sad and a mystery and a spooky story. My next story, I'm probably not going to do this until next Saturday. This one is the spiritual remains of feuding families, Hatfields and Mccoys, and I think it's like 4 pages long, so I don't have a lot of filming time on here, but I will be reading that story next weekend. But I do have another short story that I will be reading when I come back on camera. So let's go ahead and finish up my eyes, and then we're going to cut it off there and finish up. Does that sound good? Alright, so down here on the bottom, whoops, knocking everything down. I'm going to put this recall purple down there. So I'm going to have a lot of purple on my eyes. That's okay. Purple is a good color for Halloween, right? And I'm just going to put it right down here on the bottom. You see that? Are you guys excited that Halloween's coming? I know I am. Even though I'm too old to go trick or treating, I don't know. I just like the holiday because it's fall time and you get apple cider and candy apples and just have a little bonfire um out in the backyard and just having a good time. And it's just with me and my little family. I mean, we're not gonna go out in the public because I'm still kind of scared of corona, so COVID. So we just usually stay home. I like to put another color up here, so let's see. I don't know. Well, so far that is my eye look here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get off this camera here. Keep looking over here. Get off here. I'm going to finish up my eyes and I'm going to put on some makeup and do something with this hair. And I will see you in a second and it'll take me longer. All right, be back. Hi everybody, I am back. I went ahead and I touched up my eyes here. I put a little bit of touch up here and a little bit of a shimmer, kind of a reddish down. Just a little dabbed it on my lids. What do you guys think? Is it pretty? Did it come out pretty? Let me know. I like purple. I think purple looks good on me. I went ahead and I put on my foundation. I put my concealer on. I put my eyeliner on, my mascara, my highlighter, and my lipstick. Yes, I got it all on. But I don't think my eyes turned out that bad. I kind of think they're really, really pretty. My opinion. I mean, I don't know. I think purple looks good on me. So before we end here, I'm going to go ahead and read another short story. And this story, let me see if I can find it. Right, let's see here. Yeah, that story is really, really, really long. Let's see. Maybe we'll do this one. Let's see. This one's gonna be called Hatfield Tunnel Creeping Crawler in Pike County, Kentucky. But Kentucky is really close to West Virginia. And here is that creepy little tunnel area. So let's go ahead and read this. The expansion of the Norfolk Western Railway in the late 1800s included many parts of southern West Virginia, with the main focus of getting to the rich coal found here. The entire line was finished on November 12, 1892, with the completion of the Hatfield Tunnel just outside Matewan. Passerby have seen a ghostly form near the tunnel's entrance crawling on all fours between the rails still used by trains. No one knows who it could be, a miner who died digging through its core or a trainman killed in a wreck. This tunnel is no stranger to deaths during the construction of the tunnel. Miners died. There is a little more than a small cemetery to mark their existence at all on the steep mountain side. The tunnel had its usual deaths, like locals cutting through it in 1904. 27-year-old Elias Hatfield, freshly pardoned from jail and nearly married to a coal operator's daughter, was killed walking within. During 1901, floods swept through West Virginia, and the tunnel became a trap for the bodies piling up along the Tug Fork. That year, the water rose so quickly at one point they found a dead horse and a dead rider with his feet still stuck in the stirrups. And then it says in this little box, the region from the Anise to Davie, 43 miles, is completely in ruins. Hundreds of mine mules can be seen in heaps intermingled with human bodies. A report has reached here that 15 bodies are lodged in a drift at Hatfield Tunnel, 20 miles east of this here. Marietta Daily Leader, June 27th, 1901. And then there was the train wreck. The Norfolk and Western Railroad is still clinging to the old saying that wrecks come in threes. Less than 10 days ago, there was a dead end collision at a Hatfield tunnel in Mingle County, which brought instant death to 2 engineers and 2 firemen. The Big Sandy News, December 18th, 1903. Hi, Chico, my little orange kitty. It says the tunnel is no stranger to death. It is almost like a magnet drawing people into its grasp and perhaps spitting them back out as ghosts. If you hap across the tracks while wandering the Hatfield Mccoy territory, watch out for the trains still bustling through the tunnels at great speeds. But also keep a wary gaze out for the dead. Well, a ghost. It might get you too. Woo, that one was creepy. Could you imagine something crawling out of that tunnel and the train is still active? No way. No way. That would creep me out. Alright, so like I said, next week we will be reading The Spiritual Remains of the Feuding Families, Hatfields and Mccoys. And one family lived in West Virginia and one lived in Kentucky, and they just had a battle out over I can't remember if it was a cow or a chicken or something. I'm not for sure, but it was a feud, a very bad feud. All right, guys, I think I kept you on here too long. I hope you enjoyed the little stories that I read. I hope you got a little bit scared. I know some of them were kind of sad. I hope my overall look came out good. I think the purple came out really, really pretty. So everybody, I want you to have a good Saturday night, and I hope everybody stays blessed, and I hope everybody stays safe, no matter where you are, no matter where you're at. Please stay safe, and I'll be seeing you all in my next video. Thank you for stopping by, and you have a great day. Thank you. Bye.